Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Talking Cryptocurrency podcast. I'm your host, Jason Rigden. On this episode of the show, we're talking to Peter Saddington of Yen.io. They're creating the first social cryptocurrency meta exchange. But first, I've got this quick message. After launching the first Seattle Blockchain Conference, Blockchain Northwest is proud to introduce the Summit Series. Blockchain Northwest returns on October 16th, 2018 with a new location, new speakers, and fresh perspectives. They've got speakers from Microsoft, MLB Crypto, Wells Fargo, GE Healthcare, Hyperledger Seattle, and more. This event will focus on scaling blockchain adoption. This event will be summit format with workshop-style discussions, dApp demos, and real use cases. This event is going to be in Bellevue, Washington in the USA on October 16th, 2018. Buy your tickets now for early bird discounts. You gotta act fast for those discounts. If you wait too long, they'll be regular price. Go to blockchainnw.com to buy your tickets or check the show notes for the link. Once again, you gotta act fast for those early bird discounts, so go to blockchainnw.com or check the show notes for the link. Hello, on this episode, I'm here with Peter Saddington of Yen.io. How are you today?
Very good. Thanks so much, Jason, for giving me the opportunity to chat with you.
Oh, of course. Thank you for coming on. So could you tell me a little bit about the problem you're trying to solve here with Yen.io?
Excellent. With Yen.io, we are solving the problem of adoption. And what I mean by that is simply this. If you look at any exchange, whether it be Coinbase, Bittrex, Binance, GDAX, or I guess Coinbase Pro now, if you look at any of these, they look like Forex systems from the 90s. And so the problem right now with adoption is that people are not familiar with going to a website to buy cryptocurrency, and all they are shown are tons and tons of graphs, charts, and numbers all over the place. And so Yen.io solves this problem because when you go to Yen.io after we release it, because right now there's just a wait list, and we're building up quite a wait list, but when you go to Yen.io, it'll look like something familiar. It'll look like your LinkedIn. It'll look like Twitter. It'll look like your Facebooks. And so we've really lowered the barrier to entry. And one of our internal taglines of sorts is Yen is just a better way to buy crypto. It's just a better way to invest in crypto, and it's a better way to transact in crypto, and something familiar to you.
Okay, yeah, I'm always kind of intimidated when I go to some of these pages and there's just like a wall of these charts and they'll use all kinds of terms. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Absolutely. And so that really is our aim. Our aim is to make it easy because people, the social systems, the social networks of today have been so ingrained into our subconscious that we, in many ways, if a new social network comes out, they expect something similar, something with a profile on the left or right side, a stream of content in the middle of sorts that they can see. And what's really great is you can buy cryptocurrency. Once you get into Yen.io, you'll be able to buy cryptocurrency as easy as 3 clicks right after you enter in. We like to say that you can buy cryptocurrency as easy as a tweet. And so it's a really, really exciting project. We're scaling ridiculously, and we're really excited to have this thing roll out hopefully later this year.
And I hear it's often described as a social exchange. So it's not just about buying and selling, there's a social aspect to it too.
Absolutely. We have found through numerous studies as well as our own internal surveys that people generally buy cryptocurrency, not because they've done a lot of fundamental analysis or technical analysis. We really find that people buy cryptocurrency because their best friend or their partner or their colleague or coworker at work said, "Hey, I just bought some Bitcoin," or "I just bought some Litecoin." And those types of social signals are really, from a pragmatic level, is how we behave in the cryptocurrency arena. And so making transactions social, making them visible, making them transparent to the user is a very powerful way of showing not only the blockchain, which we're excited to show, because in many ways we're showing the social blockchain of sorts of what's going on with transactions, but it's a great way to begin to socialize. Let's just say, for example, Jason, you just bought some Bitcoin through Coinbase. Now, when you buy Bitcoin through Coinbase, you're in an isolated environment. No one knows that you just bought a whole Bitcoin on Coinbase. Now with Yen, what's great about Yen, if you buy one Bitcoin through Yen, it'll go on your feed. And everyone that's following you can say, whoa, Jason, you must know something that we don't. why did you just buy that cryptocurrency? And then they can reply to you. They can replay the transaction, which means if they really trust you and they say, well, I trust Jason. I think he's a really astute dude. And when he buys Bitcoin, I just want to follow him. And I just want to replay his transaction. So one of your followers could say, well, he just posted that he bought 1 Bitcoin 5 minutes ago. I'm going to click the replay button in yen. And when you click that, you automatically buy exactly the same amount, or you can change the amount. That way you can get in the game quickly. And so we're really, really focusing on lowering the barrier to entry so that anyone can transact, anyone can trade, and anyone can buy cryptocurrency based not only on their social settings and their peer network, but allowed to have conversations around it as well, which is never, if you think about it deep enough, it's never happened in cryptocurrency, a social apparatus around the transactions of crypto. We're really excited about that.
So kind of bringing crypto Twitter into an exchange almost.
Absolutely, brother. If Twitter had if Twitter and Coinbase had a baby, it would be yen.io.
And so what tokens are you going to be supporting?
Great question. We consider ourselves, Yen, as the integration engine of cryptocurrency. We're going to be integrating with every single exchange that we can possibly integrate with. So your top 10, your Binance, your Bittrex, your OKX, your Coin1, your Coinbases. So if you have accounts with any of these, you can simply log in, give API access through Yen, and you'll never have to go back to Coinbase or Binance or Bittrex ever again. You'll want to stay in Yen because you can do everything that you can do in those exchanges. Plus, you have the social apparatus and the social application layer of sorts. And so, any type of exchange that you have and you're using, you'll be able to integrate it with Yen. And what's so great is we are exchange agnostic, which means that if all your friends are trading on Binance and you're just trading on Coinbase, we don't care. We're hooking them all in together, so you don't have to worry about origination. And in many ways, it's a lot of like what Satoshi kind of envisioned, is that it is trustless. People, we don't care where they're getting their money or where they're sending money from to you. It's great because we're hiding all the complexities behind the UI and the user experience.
And will it be possible for me to make transactions but have them be private, or would I do that on another system?
Absolutely. You can flip them on. You can toggle transactions to be private or public, depending on your profile. And you can have private or public groups, just like Telegram or just like Discord. And so that you can have private groups that might follow you and trade and follow your trades to have a smaller setting of sorts that's not public. And so if you sign up for Yen, you can create a private group or a public group or whatever you want. And so there's so much optionality. There's so many options at your disposal. And what we want to do as operators and engineers building this is we want to give everyone all the tools that they're used to in the cryptocurrency community wrapped in a fantastic UI that is intuitive and easy to use.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, just the trading alone is so intimidating to a lot of people, including me.
Absolutely. I mean, so far, no one has really created a great, in my opinion, a great user experience for newbie traders. Let's put it that way. For green bean traders who are just getting into this and saying, hey, this is something I can do. I've heard of penny stocks, but it's too hard to do that. I've heard of over-the-counter stuff. That's too complicated. Crypto seems more my way. And right now, the systems that new traders are using, it just requires such a high level of a learning curve. And so we really want to lower that barrier to entry for traders as well.
Yeah, it seems like being able to watch more experienced traders, I could learn so much from those folks.
Oh, brother, that's one of our powerful use cases, Jason. One of our powerful use cases is, again, we know that most people trade or buy cryptocurrency based on social signals. And so if you're an expert trader, let me give you two use cases. If you're an expert trader, you can open up a profile on Yen, create a private group and say, hey, look, if you want to follow me and you want to transact the way that I transact, you can join my private group. And you can even create a paywall. And what's great about crypto is that they pay up front. And so they'll pay up front with crypto, no refunds in this world. And they can pay up front and they'll have access to your private group, and every trade that you make, they can replay it and make sure that they're following your trades, learning from you. So not only is the use case, there's not a powerful use case in replaying and following and transacting the way other people transact, but if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a startup guy, if you're someone who wants to make a side hustle and you're influential in the market, then you can create a private group just like Patreon does with subscriptions, monthly subscriptions, you can do that too. And so we're really excited about the opportunity to create private groups with the paywall so that people can start creating side hustles or merchandise or services or consulting or anything like that that has a prescription-based model. And so we're going to be able to do that through crypto. So right now, no one in the world has created a patreon.com for crypto. And so yen.io is certainly going to be filling that void as well.
So what have been some of the challenges of developing this project?
Oh, this project, brother, is absolutely complex. Every time we start thinking about the next function or feature, we open up a plethora of complexity, emergent complexity that we never imagined would be there. And the reason is what we're trying to model and what we're trying to, let me put it this way, what we're really trying to model is user behavior. What have we seen that works in LinkedIn, Facebook, Patreon, Discord, Telegram, WeChat, Slack? What are the core behaviors and the core features and functionality that these disparate applications are really good for? And what we're doing is we're taking what we believe, or at least our hypotheses at the beginning, what we're taking is the best functionality from each of them. From Patreon, we're taking a private group, subscription-based functionality from them. For Telegram, what we're taking is a powerful social, asynchronous, but generally up to speed a direct message and chat systems. We're pulling that from them. And so we're really taking from all these disparate entities, these disparate applications, and trying to bring them into Yen. And that really has increased, as you can probably imagine, the overall complexity of this application. And so it's been a longer roll to develop this and roll this out than expected. And if anyone out there is listening and they're a developer, you guys always know that it always takes longer to develop software than people imagine. And so we're asking everyone to be patient with us and go to yen.io and join the wait list so that you know when it gets launched.
Yeah, software is it can be just a never-ending thing. Or at least you feel like it when you're in it. But eventually you get done and you're like, oh my God, it was so easy.
Well, always in retrospect, everything always looks beautiful. It's going through the muck and the mire as we build this out that we realize, holy crap, we never even thought that this was something that people cared about, or we didn't even know what we had opened up. Holy cow, if we want to do this particular function well, then we're going to have to cover for this permutation and this permutation and this permutation, this variability of user behavior. And so we've done tons and tons of mind mapping around user behavior for each function, and some of it gets ridiculously complex. And so we're scaling right now. We're hoping that our scaled team can help us deliver on a lot of these promises quicker and faster, and obviously with utmost quality.
Yeah, one of the things that is most frustrating probably about software is after it's done, oftentimes people look at it and they're like, well, that was so simple.
Well, I can give you a quote from Peter Saddington. He's the author of The Fifth Discipline, a great book on systems thinking for those out there that are in the engineering and systems thinking world. Peter Saddington said this. He said, the farther you are away from a problem, the easier the solution is. And so many of our critics, many even of our fans are so far away from the true complexities of software development that it's like, man, that's only a 15-minute change. That should be easy, Peter. It's like, okay. I'm just going to go back in my hole here and just keep developing.
Yeah, it is very true. So what are some of your plans going forward for the future for this project?
Well, that's a great question. We have spent the last couple months and moving forward connecting. We've been over to Europe. We've been over to Asia. We have been connecting with lots and lots of other exchange operators, leaders, and influencers in the cryptocurrency community to help them understand how they can integrate to what we're doing. Now, let me give you a great example. I don't know if you were an avid user of Twitter, or if you were, or you still are an avid user of Twitter. But when Twitter came out, this is one of the best examples. When Twitter came out, the power users and entrepreneurs and operators began to think about Twitter.com. And what invariably happened in the market is that Twitter.com wasn't enough. It just wasn't a great experience to use Twitter. And so what emerged from this market is TweetDeck, Hootsuite, and all these other second layer applications for Twitter. Now, if you do any type of research, you'll find that the vast majority of regular users that interact with Twitter all the time, every day, they generally use some sort of application. They don't go to twitter.com. And so that is very much in line with what Yen is that the exchanges, the Binances, the Bittrex, the GDAXs, these are so complex. And so we're building an application layer above that and saying, hey, look, as long as you have an account with Coinbase or Binance or OKX or Huobi or whoever, once you join Yen, you can click a toggle button that integrates it to your account in your exchange, and you'll never have to go back. And I would take a gander and say, Jason, that many people who use like a tweet deck, I bet some of them haven't even touched twitter.com in years. And that's the goal. The goal is to create such a powerful user experience that's so sticky and so enjoyable because there's a social layer there that you'll never have to go back to Coinbase except to maybe just re-authenticate when the authentication thing times out. And so we're really hopeful that that type of model, the tweet deck, the Hootsuite type model for Twitter will work exceptionally well for us. And so far, the feedback that we've been getting tells us that we're on the right track.
Yeah, once you have all those APIs out there, it's amazing the ecosystem that you can build with just basic tools.
Absolutely. This is the API economy after all. And so getting back to your question, what are we looking forward to? We're just creating tons and tons of networks. We're meeting lots of people, shaking a lot of hands and telling them about the power and potential of Yen and how to integrate their exchanges, their applications, third-party apps, their APIs to what we're doing. And we're getting tremendous responses. So far, we've received almost 0 no's. There's been a couple we'll see and we'll see what happens type of responses, but a lot of them have been, wow, that's really powerful. Let me dig a little bit deeper here, Jason, for just a second. What's so powerful about Coinbase has 20 million users right now? If you think about it, if we build a more powerful and a more useful and more user-friendly application layer than Coinbase, we, in many cases, here could be the hockey stick moment, here could be the unicorn moment, is that we could convert all 20 million of Coinbase's users over to what we're doing. And they'll never go back to Coinbase ever again. They'll just buy their cryptocurrency through Yen because it's just a better way to do crypto.
And they have an incentive for people to use your service because the more they use it, the more they'll make money.
Absolutely, especially if you're of an entrepreneurship mind and you say, wow, I get to follow other people, I get to replay their transactions. But let's go a little bit deeper here. They have open access and APIs to swag stores. I can build a swag store. It's easy. I can build it in Yen. Or they might say, well, I have a service. I have something worth talking about, and I'm not really happy with Patreon's taking 30% of everything that I do. And with this way, I get paid directly in crypto on the spot, no refunds, and I get all that money directly to me. I can start a private group talking about trading or talking about, I'll give you an example. We have one lady, Crypto Mom, who's part of our Crypto Nation community. I mean, she's already gearing up because she sells whole food, organic whole food. She ships it all over America. She ships me blueberry lemonade every month. And she's already going to be setting up to create a subscription system. So if you join Crypto Mom's private group and you pay the monthly fee like clockwork, then she will send you blueberry lemonade every month in the mail. And so this is the microeconomy that we want to support. These are the small entrepreneurs. I say small, I shouldn't say that. These are the entrepreneurs that we want to support, people who want to start transacting and growing a cryptocurrency, but also creating potentially a side hustle that will end up becoming their main hustle. And so we really want to support operators. We really want to support entrepreneurship-minded individuals who look at Yen and say, wow, it's an API economy. They're connected to pretty much everything under the sun. How can I build my future through Yen, make money, have fun, interact? I mean, it's kind of like Minecraft. Minecraft created this entire ecosystem where not only can you make money on Minecraft, you say, well, Peter, how can you make money on Minecraft? Easy. You open up a YouTube and you stream yourself building worlds in Minecraft. People now have YouTube, channels that are just dedicated to building, Minecraft stuff, and they get paid through advertising to do it. We think Yen should be also the same way. Is that when you get into Yen, you have access to all the tooling necessary to create the environment around you, create the systems around you, so that you can transact the way that you feel most natural.
Well, Yen.io sounds really awesome. I can't wait to use it.
It is awesome. I expect, Jason, for you to sign up.
I think I'm on. I just signed up for the mailing, or not the mailing list, the wait list, right? You get that wait list?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything that I should have asked you that maybe I missed?
Well, Yen.io is our preeminent application that we're working on right now. Many people don't realize that we've been in the cryptocurrency game for a long time. So if you were to ask me a question about the history of where we've been in cryptocurrency, my answer would be this, is that we've been involved with the cryptocurrency community for a long time. I first got into cryptocurrency in 2011, if you ever search, for anyone that's listening out there, if you search for the Bitcoin Lambo, you'll find me on CNBC, on Korean News, on Forbes, on Yahoo Finance. So I'm the Bitcoin Lambo dude. I'm also, if you type in Bitcoin Bro, I'm apparently the first search thing that comes up. But I wear that badge. I wear that badge proudly. But we built, the whole point is that we have built so many applications for the cryptocurrency community, listening to their feedback, listening to their needs. And so we have a whole network of sites. So if you want to learn more about cryptocurrency, I'd love for you guys to check out TheBitcoin.Pub. It's one of the fastest growing forums on the planet. There's a Bitcoin B90X Bitcoin 90-day challenge. It's 90 days of free content on learning how to trade, learning how to do product development, learning financial responsibility. All that stuff is free on the Bitcoin.Pub. We've also built CryptoYum.com, which is the world's first news aggregator just for crypto. So you can get all your news at CryptoYum.com. It's free. If you want to check the markets, you can go to coinpuffs.com, which is our coin market cap competitor of sorts. And so we have built so many applications over the years for the cryptocurrency community, but Yen.io really is our magnum opus as of right now. Going the exchange and social route has been something that, frankly, Jason, has emerged. This wasn't something that we had planned to build. This was just something that, being really close to the cryptocurrency community, listening on the ground, hearing what people are needing. People said, hey, we need a place where we can learn and we can grow, and we're tired of Reddit and all the poison that's in Reddit. And so we built the Bitcoin.Pub. People were saying, hey, Peter, you read the news all the time. Where do you get all this stuff? Well, I said, well, I'll give it all to you for free. So we built CryptoYum.com so everyone could see all the news that I'm reading in one place. Some people were tired of CoinMarketCap censoring and choosing which coins they would show. So we said, hey, let's do it the transparency way, and we'll give you everything. So if you go to coinmarketcap.com, you'll see they're hosting about 1,800 coins or so. If you go to coinpuffs.com, we're hosting 2,600 coins. And so it might make you question what the real volume is, because we're pulling everything. And we've spent a lot of time making sure that we're getting all the APIs and getting all the data of all the coins that are out there. And so we've been constantly trying to fill the void and fill the need and listen to our users and listen to the community. And invariably, the community has been saying, hey, Peter, with the censorship on Twitter, the censorship on Facebook and Google and YouTube and the shadow banning and all that stuff, there has to be something better. And so my brother and I finally landed on, hey, we need to build something that's far supreme to what the other social networks are out there, combining a lot of the best practices and best functions and use cases from them, and making it censorship free and making it free to join. And completely, lowering the barrier to entry. So we really hope, Jason, that my brother and I, John, we really hope that we will continue to be on the forefront of building great applications for the cryptocurrency community.
That's awesome. Yeah, you've done so much for the whole community, and it seems like the biggest contribution is still yet to come.
Oh, brother, you haven't seen my final form yet, man. You haven't seen my final form. We have so many great things coming down the pipe. The only problem is I can't duplicate myself. So if you have some secrets from Star Wars where you can clone me, brother, let me know. I will pay you.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks, Peter, for coming on the show. Yen.io sounds really interesting. It's a whole new way of trading. If you want to learn more, check out the show notes. You've been listening to Talking Cryptocurrency Podcast. My name is Jason Rigden, and I have been your host. Thank you for listening to the show. If you liked it, would you please consider giving us a rating and a review on iTunes? I look forward to talking to you again soon. Have a great day.